Good evening. I would like to bring the May 15, 2024 meeting of the Interboro Board of School Directors to order. May we have a roll call, please, Mrs. Caldwell?
Thank you, Mr. Sharon. Mr. Cleaver?
Here.
Ms. Wilkin? Here. Mr. Willis? Mr. Harris?
Here.
Ms. Joseph? Here. Ms. Fagan? Mr. Goldsboro?
Here.
Mr. Evans?
Here.
Mr. Sharon?
Here. Mr. Goldsberg, can we please have the invocation and pledge?
Heavenly Father, please hear our prayer. Bless all schools, colleges, and especially the Interboro School District, and grant to this board in their deliberations this evening the spirit of wisdom, truth, and knowledge. May our deliberations be guided by the pursuit of excellence in education, ensuring the well-being of our students and the prosperity of our community. All of this we seek for the betterment of education. Amen.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, next up, we have our student reports with Ms. Receiver and Mr. Hoops.
Good evening, everyone. At the kindergarten on April 19th, the students celebrated Earth Day with an assembly and a no-trash lunch. On April 22nd, the kindergarten hosted a PBIS fundraiser at Urban Air. On April 25th, the kindergarten enjoyed a visit from the APAP performance. April 26th, the kindergarten, also on April 26th, there was a Hero Day at the kindergarten, and students wore their favorite superhero shirt. On April 26th as well, students at the kindergarten enjoyed a walking trip to the Prospect Park Library. On April 29th, the kindergarten lit up the school blue for Autism Awareness Day by wearing blue to school.
At Glenwood School on April 3rd, our fourth grade students were treated to a preview of the high school play, Mary Poppins. The students really enjoyed the show. On April 5th, Glenwood Permanent School held a gift card bingo at the Glenwood Presbyterian Church. A good time was had by all, and some awesome gifts were won. On April 14th, Glenwood held a color run, sponsored by our home school. The weather was great, and all the students had a great time. April 15th, second grade students learned all about Franklin Credit Union Bear Country King and taught how they could start saving their money. April 18th was the Rainbow and Tie-Dye Spirit Day. Students love dress down days. The week of April 22nd, students in grades 3rd through 8th started taking their ELA PSSA test, followed by Math PSSA the week of April 29th. They all worked very hard.
At Norwood on Tuesday, April 9th, we celebrated our Students of the Month. The students were given a Student of the Month bracelet and a special treat along with their certificate. Our life school students went to the Philadelphia Zoo on April 9th and had a great day. They got their faces painted and saw lots of animals. On April 12th and 8th, our 8th grade class had a spring fling for grades 3rd through 5th. The students had a great time. On Friday, April 19th, our 8th grade class hosted a Dress Down Day fundraiser. On Saturday, April 20th, our home school sponsored a Guys and Gals laser tag fun event held here at Norwood. There were 2 sessions and the students and parents had a fun time. On Monday, April 22nd, we began our ELA PSSA testing, followed by 2 days of math PSSAs. The students were ready to do their best on the test. Grades 4 and 8 took their science PSSAs on May 2nd and 3rd and were well prepared for these tests. On Friday, April 26th, our student council hosted Kona Ice as a fundraiser for Norwood. The students and faculty were happy to see them, even in the cold weather. On Wednesday, May 1st, K through 3 EL students went to the high school to see a preview of Frozen Junior. They loved it. Also at Norwood, on Monday, May 6th, our 2nd grade classes went to Prospect Park School to meet their pen pals in person. They were very excited to meet them. And on Tuesday, May 14th, our student council went to the Franklin Institute. They had a fun day seeing all the great presentations.
April was an exciting month at Prospect Park School. We started the month with our home school bingo event. It was a huge success, thanks to all of our home school volunteers. 8th grade parents hosted a penny wars and place came out with the win. They won a pizza party for the entire grade. Our student council hosted Luck of the Irish drawing. Students won prizes donated by staff. Some examples of prizes included Dunkin', pizza parties, time with staff, or treats. Our PBIS team hosted a laser light show for our students to reward them for demonstrating our core values of positive, productive, and proud.
At Tinicum, after returning from a relaxing spring break, Tinicum School got back into the swing of things by raising funds for the American Heart Association on April 11th and April 12th when they participated in the Kids Heart Challenge. During the day-long events, students took part in various games and activities that got their hearts pumping. Special thanks to Mr. Wood and Mr. Rainbow for coordinating this annual event and to all the volunteers from Student Council and Home School who helped things run smoothly. Fresh fruit and cold water bottles were provided by our home school parents. Thank you all for a fun day raising money for an important cause. During the week of April 15th to April 19th, students in grades 3 through 8 got ready for the PSSAs by participating in a week-long spirit event. Students had fun dressing in their class colors, putting on their thinking caps on hat day, and making sure they had enough rest on pajama day. Students were well prepared and ready for the PSSAs. 7th grade students attended an assembly titled More Than Sad, which teaches people how to be smarter about mental health and covers topics including depression and suicide prevention. Students proved how much they have learned this year by taking the ELA, Math, and Science PSSAs from April 22nd to May 3rd. Tinicum School's Reading Olympics team, elementary and middle school, participated in the county-wide competition at Strathaven Middle School on April 29th and May 2nd. The students answered questions on approximately 80 books that they had been reading since the beginning of the school year. The students faced some stiff competition and brought home a white ribbon. Congratulations to all of our Reading Olympians. Finally, Bucky, our school mascot, delivered Student of the Month certificates to students who were nominated by their teachers for displaying the value of school pride.
At the high school, Student Council has received the prestigious National Gold Council of Excellence Award for the 15th year in a row. Bravo. Buxicon has crushed CHOP records with an impressive $28,547.68 in donations. Congrats to the amazing team of teachers and students who work hard to make this a success. Interboro High School had another successful blood drive in the auditorium on April 10, 2024. Under the direction of seniors Grace Receiver and Sarah F., the blood drive team is expanding to form a Red Cross club. With the nurse's office and the craft club, the team has put together classroom first aid kits and distributed educational material to the classrooms. Girls League represented IHS at a conference at Villanova University. The annual conference allows students the opportunity to showcase their advocacy project and highlight their work. Staff Development Day brought lots of good energy to the building. Teachers were able to learn from professionals and trades people in a wide variety of fields for the coursework. Skills, knowledge, and learning experiences. It took to prepare for these careers. The junior prom was held at the Lazaretto Bar, and it did not disappoint. Students and staff looked amazing and danced the night away. Congratulations to Mr. John Conte, physics teacher, who was deservedly awarded the Excellence in Teaching Award from the Franklin Mint Federal Credit Foundation Excellence in Teaching. John was awarded $1,000 towards educational expenses, and Interboro High School also receives $1,000.
Before we conclude our reports, I would like to congratulate Andrew for winning National Student Board Member of the Month. So can we get a round of applause? And I'd also like to congratulate our new junior board rep, Addie Burney. If you could stand up and give her a round of applause.
Before we finally wrap up the student report, I'd like to point out that this is Grace's last board meeting. She will be graduating with them the next month. Grace, thank you for everything that you did. Working with you has been an honor, and I've learned so much from you.
Oh, thank you, Andrew. And that concludes our board report.
Grace, we appreciate your service to the Interboro School Board. Addie, we look forward to working with you next year. So congratulations. At this time, we are going to, the board's going to come down and sit, and we have a bunch of recognition this evening for a bunch of our students. So enjoy the recognition portion.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Bernadette Riley, Superintendent here at Interboro, and it's so nice to see all of you. I have to say this is the highlight of the year, having so many of our students, underclassmen, and our seniors being recognized tonight for all of their hard work with school and athletics and participation in activities. So we are very happy to have you here, and we want to get started. But first on the agenda is the recognition for those educators who have served here in Interboro for at least 30 years of service. And first, I'd like to begin with Mr. Fanning from Tinicum. Two teachers here will be recognized.
Thank you, Ms. Riley. All right, good evening, everyone. My name is Tim Fanning. I'm the very proud principal over at Tinicum School. Tonight it is my privilege to say a few words in honor of Keith Soroka and Judy Tillis, both distinguished Tinicum School teachers who have devoted an incredible amount of time to their career in education. Today we celebrate not only the years they have flown by, but the thousands of lives that have been touched, shaped, and inspired by the unwavering passion of both Keith and Judy. In an educational world, trends come and go, and strategies evolve. They and have been one constant: the impact of these truly dedicated educators. Our honorees have been staples in the Tinicum community, through their knowledge and empathy guiding generations of students through the maze of learning, growth, and self-discovery. Keith Soroka is one of the most unique teachers I've ever encountered in my life. From his love of Hawaiian shirts, Star Trek, bubble wrap, Penn State, and the diverse ways of recycling sneakers and batteries, he has creatively kept students engaged in science with the legendary Bill Nye the Science Guy and countless science experiments. Mr. Soroka has become a true part of Tinicum history. It wouldn't be a true morning at Tinicum without hearing Mr. Soroka's voice and his unique music choices over the loudspeaker. Judy Tillis has always put her students first. She gets stuff done and always has her teachers' backs. For Judy, it is not just a classroom. She creates a community where students feel safe to explore and ask questions. This is evident through the way she greets each student every day in the morning. I have learned so much from her, and our appreciation for her spreads much wider than Tinicum School, as she has dedicated such a huge part of her career to the IEA as a member, rep, and president. When I met Judy 14 years ago as a new administrator, her knowledge as an educator and union leader was intimidating. Two of the most common phrases heard from teachers, I can still hear them in my head at night: "Judy said so," or "I'm going to go tell Judy." However, I've grown to learn that it's only because Judy is thorough, and she's all about the process. Over the years, her support and friendship have become a true asset to my career. All in all, it's not just what Keith and Judy have done within the confines of the classroom. It's about the values instilled, the lessons learned, and the dreams nurtured. It's about teaching not just subjects, but it's about preparing students for life. 30 years is not just a number. Keith and Judy have weathered storms, pandemics, embraced challenges, and emerged stronger, wiser, and more determined than ever to make a difference. Here's to many more years of impact, influence, and inspiration. Congratulations on this well-deserved recognition.
goes by in the wink of an eye. I feel blessed that I found Interboro and that Interboro found me in 1993. Some of you were not alive then. It is my professional home. My professional life has been nurtured here as an educator and as an association leader. I want to compliment our school board and our administration for their commitment to professional development. I want to compliment Superintendent Riley Bernadette. Sometimes. For her commitment to strive for positive labor relations. When we all move in the same direction, we can move mountains. I'm so lucky I still have the passion. I find joy in guiding young people to grow, to embrace their better selves, and to see a brighter future. Thank you for this recognition, and I'm not done yet.
Thank you. Where does the time go? It was 30 years ago that I was supposed to be hired by Ridley School District. But as fate would have it, they ended up not hiring us that month, and I got hired at Interboro, and I haven't looked back since. It is really great seeing not only the original students that I taught, but their children, and maybe down the road, even grandchildren. So I just wanted to thank Dr. Riley and the board and Interboro School District for giving me a home for my vocation for the last nearly 31 years. Thank you very much.
Marion Johnson and Chris Lee.
Good evening. Mr. Brian Litz, principal of Interboro High School. And tonight we recognize Marion Johnson for her 30 years of service to the Interboro School District. Marion started with us in 1993. I'm not sure what HR officially called the position, but Marion refers to as lunch mom with Prospect Park. Marion's daughter was in first grade at Prospect at the time, so I guess mom does fit. Marion then transitioned to providing support to Ms. Kaufman, a reading specialist at Prospect Park School. In 2000, she moved into administrative assistant role in the office for Dr. Schneider. In 2004, thankfully for us, Marion moved over here to the high school in a 10-month position, monitoring visitors and students coming in and out of the building, being a welcoming face, among other responsibilities. And in 2006, Marion moved into a secretarial role for assistant principals, having worked with a couple of different administrators, including Dr. Eckman. Her next role is where Marion has really, in my opinion, made a huge impact in how our school is run, in the way she has supported administration, teachers, parents, and students, you name it. Not only did Marion become secretary for the counseling department, but she became our information services coordinator, handling all records, be it report cards, transcripts, project reports, other records. I can go on, and she can fill in those blanks, and there's way too many to count. On a personal note, I can't thank Marion enough for the support she has given me in both the assistant principal role while I've been here, as well as my time here as principal thus far. Not only can I count on Marion to execute what is a wide variety and scope of responsibilities, but because Marion is invested in what she does and cares so much about our school, she really helps us day to day make sure everything runs smoothly. Really cares for the students. Marion, a sincere thank you for the support you've given me. I know you always are looking out for me in the school, and I truly value all you've given to us. I know I can trust your advice and count on you to help us to run everything smoothly day to day. When reflecting on her 30 years here, Marion mentions that it's the students and the faculty that makes Interboro home. She says it's the fact that we have the nicest kids around and that the faculty is easy to work with that helps her be as good as she is. Again, thank you, Marion, for all you do and for your 30 years of service. Congratulations. Unfortunately, Mr. Chris Slate could not be with us this evening, but congratulations to Mr. Slate for his 30 years of service. Chris is an Interboro graduate, class of 1987. Chris was not a lunch bomb, but did start his Interboro teaching career in 1993. Through 6 principals, Chris has taught a variety of courses in the art department, including various art and design classes, digital photography, and art history. Over time, Chris has been able to provide instruction and mentorship to so many students over the years. Not only have his courses been popular choices for the creative and hands-on classroom experience, but Chris's classroom is a space where students can flourish. Regardless of skill level, ability, or accommodation, Chris continues to meet the needs of all students. In addition to his work within the classroom, Chris has been the art service advisor for the past 9 years, helping students to get involved with taking pride and showing creativity throughout the building. Mr. Slade has also been the class of 2002 advisor and has coached both boys and girls soccer here at Interboro over the years. Overall, Chris Slade is a teacher who students can count on for worthwhile instruction, but is also a teacher that I can count on professionally. Chris does whatever it takes and will do whatever is asked. No questions asked, no problem. I appreciate Chris's professionalism and we thank him for his dedication to the thousands of students he served, as well as for his service to the school and community. Congratulations, Mr. Slade, and thank you for your 30 years of service to the building.
Good evening. This time I'd like to call up Bernadette Riley, and so we can recognize her for her 30 years of service to Interboro School District.
Good evening. Today we gather to honor and celebrate a milestone of dedication, commitment, and unwavering service. It is with great pride and gratitude that we recognize Bernadette Riley for her remarkable 30 years of service to our district.
Bernadette began her journey as a reading paraprofessional at Title I side, with dreams to lift and hearts to guide. From Norwood's elementary classrooms, lessons spun. As a fellow for the Pennsylvania Writing Project, the tale's begun.
Dean of Students and the kindergarten's lead, her journey through Interboro has consisted of many roles indeed. Her time as principal of the Kindergarten Academy is perhaps nearest to her heart. Where the buck starts, she played a part. From principal to curriculum director, her leadership capacity continued to grow, leading Interboro to receive a monumental grant in literacy called KTO. Next, as acting superintendent at the helm she'd stand, guiding our community through shifting sands.
Through turmoil and trials, she lead the way. With courage, grace, and grit, come what may. One of the longest tenured superintendents in Delco, she has thrived in a field where most female leaders work for 5. Since 2013, her superintendency has shown a legacy carved, forever new.
In times of trial, she'd lead the way. Through COVID's unknown, she'd help us navigate the day. One of the first districts to open its doors for in-person learning, keeping us safe and secure. Full-day pre-K, therapy dogs on site, she makes sure our kids' futures are bright. Our community she knows through and through, approaching each family, student, and staff member with care and empathy too.
Empowering her team, always willing to mentor, knowing when to step in to help and when to let us soar. Under her tenure, our district has rose. New projects she works with the board to compose. A high school reborn, a building refreshed, a church reconstructed, our administration has a new address. The pre-K and kindergarten project is next, transforming their environment to build a new nest.
With bargaining groups, she has built a rapport. On county and state boards, she continues to give more. Once a buck, always a buck, forevermore. For 30 years, your legacy endures.
Rachel and I are proud to call you our leader, mentor, and friend. Thank you for your grace, commitment, and dedication that you have exemplified over the past 30 years. Whether in the classroom or leading the district, you have impacted more lives than you realize. We are proud to recognize you this evening and thank you for the trust you have put in us to lead by your side.
I can't look at you because I'm the kind of person that cries at most Disney movies, so I'm just going to look over here. I think it's fitting that we should be honoring our Bucks for their 30 years of service during this May board meeting because it's the time as we come to the end of another school year. It's perfect to reflect on all the wonderful accomplishments of all of you in our classroom for your academics, on the sports fields and courts and swimming pools, in our theaters, and all throughout our buildings, and to reflect on the wonderful, meaningful careers of these individuals who have dedicated so much to the Interboro School District. So again, congratulations to all of our Bucks for this, their 30th anniversary with Interboro. Tonight I have the honor to join Val and Rachel in saying a few words on behalf of our superintendent, Bernadette Riley. Throughout my career in education and in the Navy, I have encountered many leaders. And in my studies to become a school leader and in my training with the military, I've read a number of books by and about leaders. In that collection of work on leadership, there are many threads that repeatedly come up and define greatness. Some say a leader is measured by the number of leaders they nurture and help develop. Others by how they treat the lowest ranking member of the unit or organization. Many by how they respond under pressure, and still others who judge leadership by the integrity shown when no one is watching. In my 11 years of working alongside Bernadette, I've had the privilege to witness all of these defining characteristics firsthand. When there was a need for a leader at this high school, despite her busy schedule and her ready access to her office and materials, Bernadette did not hesitate to roll up her sleeves and relocate here where she was needed most. She didn't just steer the ship, she navigated the high school through difficult times with unwavering calm and determination. When there was a need in our transportation department, it was the same thing. This isn't a job that you can just shut down for retooling. It's like that image of building a jet engine while the plane is in flight. So Bern reached out to the right people, got support, empowered the people who were already there, and she worked the problem. I recall a time in my career several years ago when I found myself supporting a student in crisis. Both Rachel and Paul were out of the district that day, so Bern got the call. She didn't hesitate. She was at my side within minutes, and together we supported the student who was in crisis. She did that, and she supported with her expertise without giving a thought. Yet, in addition to all of the clear presence of these traits, Bern knows everybody. What truly sets Bernadette apart as a leader in her is her genuine dedication, care, and connection with every individual she encounters. Whether it's knowing their name, their role, their history with the district, including kids that were her students. Whether it's even knowing their maiden names. Bernadette has the ability to forge personal connections, and that speaks volumes about her leadership. In our journey through life and work, we encounter individuals who not only lead by title, but by example. And she will work beside you to ensure that the job gets done. Today, we honor Bernadette Riley on her career with Interboro, filled with a legacy of compassion, integrity, and deep-seated commitment to serving this district and this community. So I'm happy to say, Bern, thank you for your service.
You'll get to speak in 1 minute. On behalf of the Interboro Board of School Directors, I do want to congratulate all of the honorees tonight for their dedication and service to Interboro School District for 30 years. I needed to just speak a little bit on behalf of the board for Bernadette. A lot of what Dr. Eckman, Ms. Lambert, and Mr. Kelly said is what we see every day as board members. Our job, is to enable Mrs. Riley to do her job to the best of her ability. And there are some days where she is up at 4:30 in the morning trying to decide whether if there's going to be a snow day all the way until midnight when there is a gas leak at the high school. So she is giving her entire professional and a lot of personal time to this job. I know her husband is here tonight. He enjoys some of the time when we're on the phone because he can go golfing. I couldn't do this job, and I know all 9 of us board members could not do this job without a strong superintendent, and that's one of the reasons she is one of the longest tenured superintendents in Delaware County. She is amazing, and this district is better off because of her. So on behalf of the Interboro Board of School Directors, thank you.
I'm only going to take a minute. I couldn't have asked for a better career of 30 years here in Interboro. I think my greatest accomplishment is seeing you all here tonight and also working with kids that I taught from when I was teaching at Norwood School. Many of them are now here and they're employed, and it's just wonderful to have that opportunity to work with kids. It's been a pleasure and a privilege, and I thank you for allowing me this opportunity, to the board and to all of the families. Thank you very much.
Good evening. My name is Lisa Ford. I am the Assistant Principal and Athletic Director here at Interboro High School. And I want to take a few minutes of tonight's board meeting to recognize those of you who are here tonight that got your secret letter and you're like, why did I get this? Well, now we're here to tell you why you got those letters. So we have a couple things. The very first thing I want to start with, though, is last year at the same time we were able to proudly announce that we had a state champion in diving. And this year, we get to proudly announce once again, we have a repeat state champion in diving. So this time I'd like Kylie Arnott to come on up. And she's proudly wearing both gold medals. So Kylie is the #1 diver in the state. So we got Kylie a swim/dive jacket. So it's got our Interboro State team on the back. So we're so proud of Kylie, and we expect to see her 2 more times up here for her next 2 years. She's only a sophomore. It would be amazing for 4 years, but she does such a great job with diving, and it's so exciting. I've had the chance both years to go up to Bucknell to watch her dive, and it is amazing. This year, though, I got to stay an extra day in Bucknell. Actually, I drove back and forth twice. But we had a second diver up in our state champions this year, so it was fantastic to be able to see 2 Bucks represent diving when there's only like 20-some in the entire state that are up there for the championships. So our second diver for the girls diving was Aubrey Kaufman. Aubrey ended up finishing 9th, but she is considered a state finalist. And we're so proud of Aubrey Kaufman. And we also have a diving jacket for Aubrey. These 2 really rocked it, and both sophomores, so we expect to see both up there again next year. So congratulations to both Kylie and Aubrey and all of your accomplishments. Another great accomplishment we have in this year to announce is that we, in the PIAA, each district has their own, coach of the year or this and that. Well, the PIAA District 1 is a huge district. And in our district, our wrestling program is considered one of the best wrestling programs in the eastern part of Pennsylvania. And this year, our coach, Mr. Tobin, Coach Tobin, was recognized as the PIAA District 1 Wrestling Coach of the Year. So we'd like to present Mr. Tobin, Coach Tobin. And if you haven't had a chance to stop by and see our wrestlers, stop by next year to see the wrestling team. They're amazing to watch. So thank you to Coach Tobin and all that he does with all the gentlemen, and hopefully soon to be ladies on the wrestling team, because now we can get girls wrestling. Next up, we'd like to honor Mr. Donnie Watts. Is Donnie here? Yes. There he is. He's in the back there. Mr. Donnie Watts. I didn't see you back there, Don. Donnie has been a part of our athletics program here at Interboro for 50 years. He has helped both with football and with baseball. So we'd like to present Donnie with a certificate. He was recognized during the football season, but we wanted to make sure to recognize him here tonight, too. But 50 years he has been out there with the teams, doing the stats, and helping out with the coaches. So congratulations, Donnie. And Donnie, we only expect you to be here for about 50 more years, so. Thank you, Donnie.
Again, on behalf of the Interboro Board of School Directors, I would like to present the Class of 2024 Senior Board Representative plaque to our Senior Board Representative, Grace Receiver. We would like to thank you for your time that you've been on the board, both as a junior board rep, as a senior board rep. With two former board reps as board members now, Mr. Cleaver and myself speaking, we'll keep the seat up there for you. We can leave the name tags, so maybe in a couple of years, you'll be back as a school board member. All right? Thank you so much for all you do. Also, we would like to recognize Addison Burney as the elected junior board representative for 24-25. Mr. DeSanto, is there anything you'd like to say?
Just we're delighted to have her.
Next up, we'd like to recognize those athletes who have earned All Delco honors. So our first set of honorees for the All Delco are actually from last spring, because they don't announce spring All Delcos until around July 4th, July 12th area. So we have last year's, if they're still here in the building, we have them, we're going to recognize them first, and then we'll do this year's All Delco honorees that have been announced so far this year. So first up we have for 2023 All Delco honorees. For athletics we have for softball, Mariana Nagel and Vanessa Harity. And Vanessa was 17 for softball. 2023 All Delco honorable mention for softball, Mariana Nagel and Vanessa were both second team, my apologies. For 2023 All Delco honorable mention, softball we have Summer Burrell, Ava McGee, Erin O'Shea, and Ava Rudolph. And I just want to mention that softball has finished as Del Val champs this year, so congratulations to the softball team, and we look forward to seeing them in the playoffs. For 2023 for baseball, Evan Thomas. And baseball is also in the playoffs, so we look forward to their game at the early part of next week. In boys lacrosse, Nicholas Bridges. Okay, Nick's not here, but we also have for Nick, he scored his 100th goal the other day, so we have his ball with the wording on it, so we'll give that to Nick for scoring his 100th goal the other day. Okay, for 2024 All Delco honors for athletics. First team for diving, Kylie Arnott. First team for wrestling, Gregory Ferrari. Second team for wrestling, Franco Lattori and Tomei Gabby. And our 2024 All Delco honorable mention by team for football, we have Mamadou Rogers, Anthony Barr, Kyle Cramphorn, Peter Gentili, Noel Royer, and Aaron Keith. All Delco honorable mention for field hockey, Gracie Domingo Whitfield, and Sydney York. All Delco honorable mention for girls soccer, Mariana Nagel. All Delco honorable mention for volleyball, Alyssa Lassio. All Delco honorable mention for cross country, Daniel Snyder. All Delco honorable mention for girls basketball, Madeline May. All Delco honorable mention for boys basketball, Dominic Salamone, William Sullivan, and Sean Thomas. All Delco honorable mention for wrestling, Ryan Rossiter and Noah Rackman. All Delco honorable mention for swimming and diving, Aubrey Kaufman, Logan Giordano, and James Kohler. The following students are student scholar athletes, and what that means is over the years they have obviously participated in varsity and JV sports here at Interboro, and they have a cumulative grade point average of 90 or above for those 4 years. These students will receive a cord at graduation that they will probably wear around their neck as our student scholar athletes. This is a long list, so I'm going to ask for each of the students to come down, and then we'll do a nice round of applause, and I'll stand up front here. Emily Betson. Sabrina Branham. Gianna Christopher. Elena D'Angelo. Maren Daniels. Marley Dixon. Gracie Domingo Whitfield. Carly Dowdy. Keegan Bales. Tomei Gabby. Peter Gentili. Madison Gonzalez. Matthew Harris. Isabella Horowitz. Aaron Keene. Sarah Kerr. Emma Kiley. Daniel Kern. Alyssa Lassio. Mason Laskowski. Sean Lewis. Alyssa Mazzano. Alexis Diane Morider. Erin O'Shea. Sarah Lafrouche. Maria Quintiliana. Noah Raziak. Thomas Receiver. Daniel Snyder. Sarah Smith. Michael Southern. Courtney Stackhouse. Lily Tomer. Julie Tran. Khadijah Ullah. Madeline Verdicchio. And Eliana Welsh. Congratulations to all of our students. honor the students in the building who are involved in our art and music program that also have a 90 or above average for the 4 years. These students will also receive a cord at graduation. So our scholar art and music students, same thing, we'll call them all down to the front and then we'll take a picture and have a round of applause afterwards. Alyssa Agent, Mariska Atkinson, Emma Bowie, Jaden Shalapon, Elijah Chappelle, Maisha Sharif, Gianna Christopher, Layla Cook, Ning Dim, Marley Dixon, Keegan Fales, Gia Griffin, Matthew Harris, Mona Huznick, Nia Kirby, Chase Ladley, Ryan Lehman, Sean Lewis, Madison McGee, Gianna Monroe, McKenna Murray, Emma Nagel, Mary Overton, Laura Paris Hayden, Shelby Price, Maria Quintiliana, Emily Sabry, Daniel Snyder, Madeline Shuttle, Courtney Stackhouse, Brianna Stowe, Tiffany Tran, Ethan Walker, Christopher Williams, and Gabriel Williams. Congratulations to our art and music scholars. At this time, I'd like to call up Mr. Andy Costanzo to give out the class of 2024 leadership.
Thanks, Mrs. Ford. I'm Andy Costanzo. I've been here for a very long time. Mrs. Ford was one of my students, and now she's my boss, so you know. I'm the student council advisor along with another former student who I had 20 years ago, Rose McHale, who would be here tonight. She has two little girls, lives in Jersey, and of course things came up and she sends her congratulations to everyone. I'm going to talk about the student council officers, and he's also asked me to talk about the class conference officers. He's introduced them to you. Before I talk about the officers per se for student council, about 10 years ago, we stole this idea from another school. Of course, we developed a freshman mentor program, which has turned out very nicely. Many of the mentors are here with us tonight. These are seniors. In fact, we just selected them, and they'll begin a training program, minimal but valuable, we think, in a couple of weeks. And every Monday during the first semester and every other Monday in the second semester, they go into freshman homerooms and share talking points and things. They also help a lot with freshman orientation, tours and so on. And they also help with the 8th graders coming up for the activities fair. So it's a thank you, those of you that are here, we appreciate you doing that. 3 young women happen to be in charge of kind of coordinating this. All 3 of them have jobs and therefore couldn't make it tonight. I want to recognize them. They are Valen Kolodner, Sarah Smith, and Alyssa Maizano. So can we have a round of applause for all our freshmen? Rose McHale and I are very proud, as we are every year, of our officers for student council, and this year is no exception. We have 6 officers, 2 of them you saw up here earlier. Andrew Hoops, who was amazingly recognized as the National Student Board Member of the Month, a fairly new organization. We're delighted to see Andrew recognized for that, and Grace Receiver. We have 6 officers, 3 of whom are seniors. So those seniors, I would like to come up one at a time, and we'll just recognize them. At this point, we've already heard, but come on up, Grace Receiver, if you would. Grace had numerous options, decided 45 minutes ago to go to Westchester University, so congratulations. Our treasurer, I haven't seen her, I hope she's here, I don't know. But I'm sure she will be. She's also homecoming queen, which is kind of neat. Doesn't necessarily go with being treasurer, but it's great. And that is Ms. Julie Tran, who will be and last but certainly not least for the student council officers. She's not only president of student council, she was also president of the committee that was terrifically well organized this year, largely thanks to her, for our Bucks-a-thon program, where they raised an incredible $28,500, beating the previous record by over $11,000. We're very delighted and proud of her, and we're going to wish her well as she heads off to Westchester University. Miss Megan Keeney. We also have a terrific group of class officers. Just a quick reminder, each grade has a set of class congress, as we call them, students, teacher advisors, as well as officers. And we usually have very good groups, and this year's no exception. In fact, they will be sending everyone off next week to the Franklin Institute for the Senior Prom on Thursday, which is really kind of cool. This year, I don't believe in all my hundreds of years we've ever been at the Franklin Institute, so that's great. So I'm just going to call you guys up, and I don't know where all of you are going to school, so I'm just going to call you up by name and recognize you in the order that it's in your program. The president of the class, and a remarkable young woman in her own right, Sarah O, as we know her. Vice President, she's already up here conveniently, and that's Megan Keene, Vice President of the class. Also already up here, you can see there's some cross-pollination between these organizations, is the Secretary of the class, is Grace Receiver, who is also and I haven't seen her, but I'm assuming Trina's here. Trina Henry is the class treasurer. Also recognized as leadership folks in the class, a very important organization within the organization, and that is fundraising chairpersons. And we have Marin Daniels, and Gabe Escher. These are the dynamic senior leaders of both student council or student government and their own class congress or class government. So let's have a round of applause for this terrific team.
And each of those with the class of 2024 leadership will also receive a cord for graduation. It'll be a pink color cord, so you'll be able to see each of those ladies and Gabe wearing one of those cords for the graduation as well. Next up, we have those students who are military bound. I've told us that they're going into the military following graduation. So we have a couple of students that we want to acknowledge for this. Also receiving a cord for graduation, it's a blue and white cord for the military-bound students. So going into the U.S. Marines, we have Say Sang David Kongfa, Landon Neff, John Rossetti, and Eliana Welsh. Eliana Welsh is not here tonight, but her parents are accepting. She was notified last minute that she's been accepted to the United States Marine Corps, and she had to leave this afternoon to be at Fort Dix. First thing tomorrow morning, Eliana is being sworn in to the Marines and to receive her ship-out date. So her parents gladly accepted her certificate. We also have U.S. Coast Guard is Hayden Jensen. Congratulations, and we wish you the best of luck. Okay, last but not least, I have the special privilege to announce one of our students who received a very special scholarship. And this scholarship is for both leadership and for service. And it's a nationwide scholarship. And the scholarship is for $25,000. And it's presented by a group called the Horatio Alger Scholarship. And I had read before, in the past, I'd been one of the people who had read for them, and so has Mr. Costanzo. And these scholarships are only given to the tippy-top people who really excel in leadership and in service. And we are proud to announce that Mr. Matthew Harris has received that scholarship. Thank you to everybody here who came out tonight, and I appreciate all the students who came out tonight and received their special awards. And at this time, I'm going to turn it back over to Mrs. Riley and Mr. Litz for the presentation of the top 5%.
This time, we'd like to share with all of you our top 5% video. Thank you.
My name is Maria Teresa Elizabeth Quintiliana. My neighborhood school is Norwood Elementary School. I will be attending Drury University, where I will be studying a double major in musical theater and communications with a focus in journalism. In 10 years, I see myself hopefully doing some sort of performing arts.
You always know
believe I made it to the top 5% because I have a very supporting mother who pushes me. My single best memory at the high school was being here after school hours with my friends and doing activities. Someone who made a difference in my life was my elementary school teacher, Miss Haley, who taught me how to read and pushed me to be better. My number one advice to give people is to get yourself involved in school activities. I believe Buck Pride is being very kind to your teachers, where you create a beautiful relationship with them.
Hi, I'm Gianna Christopher, and I'm from Norwood School. I plan to attend Temple University and major in art education. I chose to be in the clay room because this is where I discovered my passion for art. I was involved in field hockey, lacrosse, and a member of class congress. In 10 years, I see myself pursuing my career as an art teacher. My best memory at IHS is the sporting events and the dances. I'm in the top 5% because I pushed myself to be the best version of myself. My family and my friends got me to where I am today.
My name is Ethel Adu, and I'm from Glen Olden School. What made my school special is probably how they're very inclusive and very respectful and caring for the students there. My plans for next year is to attend Widener University to study nursing. 10 years from now, probably working as a registered nurse. I don't know what field I want to go into yet. I'm leaning towards pediatrics or maybe the ICU or cardio. It's a lot of options, but probably doing that and in hopes of probably getting my master's in nursing. I think I am in the top 5% probably because of my work ethic. I work really hard, and I think it's really just because I'm respectful and I just listen and I don't do anything to seem like I'm a bad student. My favorite memory at the high school was probably the senior trip to New York. I really enjoyed that trip because I was able to just walk around New York. It was my first time in New York actually, and it was just nice hanging out with my friends and just doing stuff, making TikToks. Someone who made a difference in my life to get me here is probably my mom. She pushed me to work really hard in school and just be where I am today, and because of her and all her her resilience, I'm able to go to college next year and study what I really want to do and just have a better future for us.
My name is Gracie Domingo Whitfield, and I attended Glen Olden Elementary School. Glen Olden School was so special because of how dedicated the teachers were to the students. I plan to attend Cedar Crest College and study forensic science and play field hockey. In 10 years, I see myself working for the government. My best memory at Interboro was being involved in all the sports and clubs that we have to offer. At Interboro, I was involved in field hockey, PBIS, AP fundraising, and Key Club. I've had a lot of great mentors in my life that really helped strive me to be who I am. My parents have definitely made a big impact on my life. Buck Pride is a community where you can always have someone to rely on.
My name is Grace Receiver, and I plan to attend a 4-year university, and I am currently undecided. In 10 years, I plan to have a successful job to make a living for myself. My best memory at Interboro High School has been homecoming and being on homecoming court, as well as a New York trip we had. I've been involved in student council, class congress, Red Cross Club, bio club, and Bucks-a-thon. I'm in the top 5% because I have good work ethic and I put my all into my work. My support system, including my parents, my siblings, my friends, and my teachers, have helped me got to where I am today. I define Buck Pride by getting involved in clubs, attending the sporting events, and being a well-rounded student. Thank you to all of Interboro and everybody who supported me to get where I am today.
My name is Cecilia Abraham, and I'm from Prospect Park School. My neighborhood school was special because no matter what happened, at the end of the day, we were all friends and united, and I also met my lifelong friends there. I plan on studying information technology at Penn State University Park. In 10 years, I see myself working for a cybersecurity company and hopefully helping other companies make the right decisions for them, also contributing my time to volunteering. My best memory at Interboro High School is going to a volunteering event and having this nice lady come up to me and tell me how grateful she is that I was volunteering, and she was just giving me a lot of advice and motivation, and that made me realize that I really want to dedicate my time to volunteering in the future. I think I'm in the top 5% because I set myself up for success my freshman year and continued to have the same work ethic all 4 years of high school. My parents made a difference in my life to get me here because they pushed me to do my best. I define Buck Pride as being the best you can be in and out of school and treating the people around you with respect.
My name's Alexis Morider and I went to Tinicum School. What makes Tinicum School special is that since it's so small, it creates a close-knit environment among students and teachers and students among themselves. Like everybody knows everybody, and I feel like at the other schools you can't really say that. I was drawn to Bryn Mawr mainly because it's a small school like Interboro and I knew I couldn't handle a big lecture hall environment. And I like that it also has a close-knit environment between faculty members and the students there. In 10 years, hopefully I will be a lawyer and I will have my own house and my own family. My best memory at Interboro was probably after swim meets where me and my friends would go out to eat because we would kind of just forget all the stressful things from the day and hang out and bond together. While at Interboro, I was involved in swimming. I was captain for 2 years. I was involved in AP fundraising, SAT prep, and class congress. The person who was most influential to me during my time at Interboro was definitely my mom. She constantly pushed me to be the best person that I could be, and she would honestly put my needs before hers to make sure that I was successful while I was here.
My name's Isabella Horowitz and I went to Norwood School. Something that made my neighborhood school special is just meeting all my friends and then keeping them throughout high school. I played 2 years of softball, I played 4 years of varsity soccer and basketball. I was a basketball captain for 2 years. I'm a part of student council, freshman mentors, class congress, and National Honor Society. My plans for next year are to go to Delaware County Community College for their 2-2 program. My second school is undecided, but I'm between Penn State and Immaculata. I'm gonna major in finance and minor in marketing. In 10 years, I hope to have a good job within finance or marketing and maybe have a realting business on the side and to someday have a family. I think I'm in the top 5% because I have a good work ethic. I care about my work and I work hard for my grades. I put a lot of time into my work, and if something is late, I care about it. Some of my best memories at the high school were just eating lunch with my friends in co-stands, and the whole experience of homecoming court was fun. The football game, the dance, the parade, and then doing the skits and stuff, just all the stuff I get to do with everyone. My mom had a big difference in my life because she's someone who's supported me through a lot, and she just gets me to and from, and she's been someone I looked up to because she did a lot for me without a lot of help.
My name is Thomas Receiver. My plans for next year are to attend Widener University for engineering. In 10 years, I see myself with a successful career, hopefully a family, and a nice home. I'm in the top 5% because I work hard, finish my work on time, and get good grades. My single best memory at the high school was probably my junior year football season and winning the district championship. A lot of the teachers in this school made a difference for me, and my parents especially have made a difference to get me to where I am today. I would define Buck Pride by working hard and not giving up, especially when you're down, and just to keep persevering.
Hello, my name is Lily Tomer. I went to Tinicum Elementary School. What makes Tinicum School special to me is the tight, close relationship that we all have because it's such a small community, and we're smaller than the other schools, and everyone just gets along together. At high school, I was involved within volleyball, swimming, softball, National Honor Society, and Interbiology Club. So I chose the gym to do my interview because it's very memorable to me because I spent 4 years here doing volleyball and made a lot of great memories with all of my friends and team. Plans for next year are to attend Thomas Jefferson University and to start off with a pre-nursing course and then see where that takes me for the healthcare field. So in 10 years, I see myself hopefully traveling a big portion of the world and working as a nurse and hopefully doing other stuff within the healthcare field. I'm a part of the top 5% because I have a very strong work ethic and I prioritize school over many other activities. My single best memory at Interboro High School is going on the New York trip my senior year with all of my friends and my volleyball senior rec night. So some people who have helped me throughout my academic career are my teachers because they're always lending out help and extra hours to help me out, and both of my parents who have always supported me in anything that I do. So I define Buck Pride as working as hard as you can no matter the circumstances and no matter what happens, always having a positive attitude and being there.
My name is Zoe Valentine. My neighborhood school is Norwood Elementary School. I think that we got to do a lot of trips. Like my favorite thing was the 6th grade camping trip. And like, I don't think any other schools got to do that, which was really cool. Next year I'm gonna go to Roger Williams. It's in Rhode Island. And I'm gonna major in environmental science. Hopefully with a law degree and like working on environmental laws and trying to like make an impact. I was thinking the New York trip because that was really fun to get out. I would say my sibling because I wanted to be a role model for them and I want to make sure they can have a good high school life just like I did. Being proud to go to Interboro and just like recognizing that we like have good courses and have good teachers and stuff and that we can actually like make something out of our education that we get here.
Hi, I'm Matthew Harris. I went to Prospect Park Elementary School and I'm in the top 5%. I did track, ran for 4 years, was captain senior year. It was really nice. Really liked to run, choir, loved to sing. I sang at my church. I also did yearbook, K-Scope. I'm gonna go to Messiah University. I'm gonna study mechanical engineering. I'm gonna minor in Bible and hopefully music as well. We'll see. In 10 years, I see myself as a husband, a father, a leader in my church community, and hopefully still singing and running a lot. Yeah, I would say one of my favorite memories of the high school was just like the entire experience of taking AP Physics. I've never enjoyed a class as much, I've never been challenged as much, I've never been as rewarded by a class. Just all around great experience. I wouldn't trade it for the world. Best class I ever took and very fond memories, yeah. I think that Prospect Park Elementary was a very close-knit community. I think everybody had a friend, nobody was alone, everybody knew everybody. We were all really cool with each other. I think I'm in the top 5% because I made a decision to cut out all the fluff in my life like social media and video games. I want to say thank you to my family who supported me, my church family who supported me, and Jesus Christ. That's why I'm here today.
Hi, my name is Madison and my neighborhood school was Norwood. What made Norwood special was honestly just the teachers because they were very thoughtful and they really did care about all of us individually, and I have very fond memories of the teachers specifically from Norwood. My plans for the next year is to attend Penn State main campus. Currently I'm undecided, but I'm going with a focus in things like finance and accounting. In 10 years, I see myself hopefully in a very good job with hopefully starting a family, things like that. My best memory at Interboro is probably playing the game with Miss Ackland's class. It's a secret, you'll find out if you take her class. So, I was involved with class congress and I was also involved with the blood drive. I think that I was in the top 5% mainly because I dedicated a lot of my time to school. During my breaks at work and things like that, I would always try and study or put a lot of effort into doing my homework while I had free time. Definitely my parents and very close friends like my friend Erin and my friend Lexi and my friend Liv. Those three definitely kept me on track through high school, and anytime I had a bad moment, I knew I could always go to people like Marin during classes and they'd always have my back. I define Buck Pride as having your head on straight while in school and making sure that you represent your school well as a student and outside activities. And as we go further through our lives, I think that it's always good to have fond memories of the school and show that. My closing remarks are good luck to everyone. I hope that everyone does really well in your future, and I wish the best for all of you.
My name is Sarah Walkers and I went to Tinicum Elementary School. I think what made Tinicum School so special was how close-knit everyone was. Because we came from a school that was predominantly small, I felt as if it was easier to make friends. I'm still close with the friends I made back in Tinicum and I'm grateful for that. I'm attending Villanova University. I'm majoring in biochemistry under the pre-med track and I plan to minor in cognitive science. I was involved with SET Prep Club, Red Cross Club, Class Congress, Student Council, NHS, Key Club, Yearbook Club, MSA, Interbiology Club. In 10 years, I hope that I've already graduated from medical school and that I'm pursuing my career in orthopedics. I'm in the top 5% primarily because of my hard work and dedication. I always make sure that academics were my main priority, and I'm really glad that all that work and discipline paid off. My best memory would probably be watching the World Cup here in Miss Warner's room during one of our AP Bio Labs. Who made a difference in my life was definitely through the support of my parents and my brother. I wouldn't be who I am today without them, so I'm really grateful for their support. I define book pride by being involved, whether it's by joining clubs or helping out in events or volunteering. I think that sense of giving back to your community really does showcase what book pride is all about.
First of all, thank you to Mr. Andrew Herman, who put the video together as teacher of visual arts, visual media, broadcast journalism, and English. So thank you, Mr. Herman. At this time, I'd like to call the top 5% down. We hear your name. Come on down. First, Grace Domingo Whitfield. Sarah Makarouche. Alexis Mariah. Vicky Nam. Cecilia Abraham. Lily Tomer. Gianna Christopher. Madison Kazel. Ethel Aiden. Grace Receiver. Zoe Valentine. Matthew Harris. Thomas Receiver. Isabella Howard. Maria Cugliano. This is your class 2024 top 5%.
Thank you, everyone. That concludes the recognition portion of the board meeting. We're going to take about a 30-second break. If you want to leave, you're welcome to, or you can stay and continue to participate in the meeting. Thank you.
Let's get back to the agenda. Thank you all for all the recognition. We're going to move on to public comment. Mr. Goldsberg, is there any public comment? There's no public comment. All right, moving on. I should say nobody's signed up. Moving on, motion number 5.
Motion 5.01, motion that the following minutes of the regular meeting of the Interboro Board of School Directors held on April 17, 2024 be approved.
Second. Motion has been moved and seconded. Any questions, comments from board members? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries 7-0. Next up, Mr. Rubio for the solicitor.
Thank you. Good evening, Mr. President, board members, members of the public. Very briefly, my office worked on the usual school district items. However, just for point of reference, in this agenda there were a number of policies that were worked on, as well as most, if not all, contracts that were reviewed. With regard to policies, Most policies come from or are initiated by PSBA. However, each school district does things differently. All within the confines of the law, but different, and therefore you have to pay attention to the policies because it's not one size fits all. So we try to work with each district to allow the flexibility and the personality and the character of each district. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Rubio. Next motion, Mr. Goldberg.
Motion 7.01 of the Treasurer's Report for the month ending April 30th, 2024 be approved.
Second.
Motion has been moved and seconded. Any questions or comments from board members? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries 7-0.
Motion 7.02 that the fund disbursements in the amount of $9,299,235.01 be approved.
Second.
Motion has been moved and seconded. Any questions or comments from board members? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries 7-0. Next motion, Mr. Goldberg.
Motion 7.03 that the budget transfers for 2023-2024 be approved.
Second.
Motion has been moved and seconded. Any questions or comments from board members? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries 7-0. Mr. Goldberg, is there any correspondence from the board?
There is no correspondence.
All right, next up, we have committee reports. I'll briefly read the Finance Committee report. The Finance Committee met Monday, May 6th, 2024. The first item on the agenda, our bond underwriter, Audrey Bear, presented the next bond issuance that is on the agenda for tonight for the next phase of the high school project. The newest bond issuance will be a total of $35 million. So that is on for the approval tonight. For the next item that was addressed were van/bus leases. The district is purchasing the buses and vans going forward. The loan to purchase the buses and vans would be approximately $112,000 less annually than leasing the vehicles. The loan would be for 6 years, whereas the lease option would be perpetual. Our transportation supervisor and Rob Sonic, Michelle Horse and Rob Sonic discussed new cameras and devices for the buses and vans. They presented quotes for the cameras and devices. The annual payment would be approximately $69,900 over 3 years. The last item that was addressed was the update on the general fund budget for the 24-25 school year. We still do have one more finance meeting before the board is taking a vote on the final adoption of the budget. Currently, there is a surplus of $231,190 and a tax increase of 1.5%. Increases and decreases to various budget line items were presented and discussed. As I said, we will be voting next month on the final adoption. Tonight on the agenda, there is a proposed final budget with a 1.5% tax increase. Again, that is just a procedural vote. Nothing. There is no tax increase with that vote. That is on the agenda tonight. Lastly, we all viewed the preliminary financial statements, and questions were considered if they had any. And that is all for the finance committee. Next up, Ms. Goldsboro, Delaware County Community College.
On Wednesday, May 1st, the liaisons met at Delaware County Community College. They were choosing a trustee for the board of Delaware County Community College. There were 8 candidates that were interviewed, and the recommended candidate, Mr. George Dawson, Mr. George Dawson, was recommended. His appointment is what is covered in motion 18, or recommendation in motion 18 in tonight's agenda. Also, on April 25th, we were sent a highlights of the budget for Delaware County Community College for 2024-2025 school year. Some of the highlights from that is it looks like tuition fees for tuition is going to be increased by $1 per credit hour for next year, and an increase in fees by $2. And the revenue plan with the sponsoring school district is looking at a 1% increase in the sponsors appropriation, which is how much we would be putting towards that. Overall, the sponsors apportionments account for a little over 9.5% of their budget, of their operating budget, and as far as things go for the benefit to our school district is that residents within the school district can attend at the lowest tuition rate of $136 per credit hour. Non-sponsoring school districts pay double, $276 per credit hour, and anyone that is out of state will pay triple, $480 per credit hour. So it is definitely a benefit to our taxpayers within the district that do take advantage of it. And that concludes my report.
Okay, next up, Mr. Harris, Delaware County Intermediate.
Thanks for your attending tonight. The Delaware County Intermediate Board of Directors met on May 1st, 2024. Approve a contract with Chester Upland School District for the DCL provide K-12 math curriculum and professional development. Approve the June 1st, 2024 submission of the Early Head Start Child Partnership Baseline Non-Competitive 5-year grant. Approve and amend the contract with the School District of Philadelphia to provide special education and related services to students' services. Approve a contract with the University of Northwestern Ohio for the DCTS Automotive Technology Program students to earn up to 12 credits. Approved for 45 students and 5 staff members to attend the Eastern Atlantic States Regional Conference Council of the Carpenters in Philadelphia. The next board meeting will be Wednesday, June 5th at 6:45.
Thank you, Mr. Harris. Next motion, Mr. Goldsberg.
From the Personnel Office, motion that the following personnel items be approved. 10.1 on page 4 to 10.12 on page 6.
Second. Motion has been moved and seconded. Any questions or comments from board members? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries 7-0. Next motion, Mr. Goldsberg.
Motion with regret that the following retirements be approved. Holly Karan, school counselor at Prospect Park School with 35 years of service to Interboro School District, be approved for retirement effective June 13th, 2024. And motion 10.02, Patricia Redinger, STEM teacher at Glen Olden School with 25 years of service to Interboro School District, be approved for retirement effective June 13th, 2024. And motion 11.3, Sarah Murray, 12-month secretary at Glen Olden School with 17 years of service to the Interboro School District, be approved for retirement effective June 30th, 2024.
Second. Motion has been moved and seconded. Any questions or comments from board members? Just quickly, I would like to thank them for their years of service and dedication to Interboro School District. If there are no other comments, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries 7-0. Next motion is Mr. Goldsberg.
From the Office of Curriculum and Instruction, motion that the following items be approved. 12.01 on page 7 to 12.07 on page 8.
Second. Motion has been moved and seconded. Any questions or comments from board members? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries 7-0. Next motion, Mr. Goldsberg.
From the Office of Special Education and Pupil Services, motion that the following items be approved. 13.01 on page 8 to 13.08 on page 9.
Second. Motion has been moved and seconded. Any questions or comments from board members? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries 7-0. Next motion, Mr. Goldsberg.
From the Office of Technology, motion that the following items be approved. 14.01 to 14.07.
Second. Motion has been moved and seconded. Any questions or comments from board members? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries 7-0. Next motion, Ms. Goldberg.
From the Office of Facilities, motion that the following items be approved. 15.001 on page 9 to 15.03 on page 10.
Second.
Motion has been moved and seconded. Any questions or comments from board members? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries 7-0. Next motion, Ms. Goldberg.
From the Office of Finance, motion that the following items be approved. 16.01 to and 16.02.
Second.
Motion has been moved and seconded. Any questions or comments from board members? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries 7-0. Next motion, Mr. Goldberg.
From Capital Improvement, motion that item 17.01 be approved.
Second.
Motion has been moved and seconded. Any questions or comments from board members? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries 7-0. Next motion, Mr. Goldberg.
Motion number 18, that the Board of School Directors approve George B. Dawson to be appointed to the Board of Trustees of Delaware County Community College for a 6-year term ending June 30th, 2029.
Second.
Motion has been moved and seconded. Any questions or comments from board members? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries 7-0. Next motion.
Motion number 19, that the Board of School Directors approve the independent contractor agreement between Interboro School District and Justice Security Solutions, LLC for the 2024-2025 school year for the purposes of risk assessment related to the active threat response and preparedness at the cost not to exceed $5,000 to be paid from district funds pending solicitor review.
Second.
Motion has been moved and seconded. Any questions or comments from board members? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries 7-0. Next motion.
Motion number 20, that the Board of School Directors approve the second reading of the following policies in the categories of programs and operations. 100 programs, number 123, interscholastic activities, and number 800 operations, 824, maintaining professional, adult, and student boundaries.
Second.
Motion has been moved and seconded. Any questions or comments from board members? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries 7-0. Next motion, Mr. Goldsworth.
Motion 21, that the Board of School Directors approve the first readings of the following policies in the categories of programs, pupils, and property. 100 programs, 137.2 and 137.3, 200 for pupils in number 254, and 700 property, number 713.
Second.
Motion has been moved and seconded. Any questions or comments from board members? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries 7-0. Next motion, Ms. Goldsworth.
Motion number 22, that the Board of School Directors approve the revisions of the following policies in the categories of programs and community. Number 100 programs, there are 2 items there, and number 900 community, 913.
Second.
Motion has been moved and seconded. Any questions or comments from board members? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries 7-0. Next motion, Mr. Goldsboro.
Next motion is a roll call motion, and it's a motion that the Board of School Directors approve the resolution authorizing the incurrence of non-electoral debt through the insurance of tax exemption bonds, which bonds shall provide funds to finance 1, capital costs of the acquisition, construction, renovation, installation, furnishing, and equipping certain additions and improvements to facilities of the Interboro High School. 2, the acquisition, construction, renovation, installation, furnishing, and equipping certain additions and improvements to facilities of the Kindergarten Academy and Early Learning Center. 3, purchase of capital equipment for use in connection with the facilities of the school district. 4, all costs thereof or related thereto, which are permitted to be financed under the Debt Act. 5, various capital projects of the school district as approved by the school board. And 6, paying costs and expenses of issuing and insuring, if any, the bonds, the project, and to accept a proposal for the purchase of the bonds, appointed bond counsel, and approve all actions necessary to accomplish the foregoing.
Second.
Motion has been moved and seconded. Any questions or comments from board members?
Yes, could you read that again?
Mr. Rubio.
Just briefly, Mr. Chabon, all of the wording obviously has been reviewed and constructed by attorneys. It's designed to provide the most flexibility for the school district as they use and keep track of those funds. And I know that Mr. High School has all of the funding in the appropriate sections and categorized and watching all of those things, which is as complicated as the motion would make it appear to be. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, this is a roll call motion. Ms. Caldwell, can we have a roll call?
Mr. Cleaver.
Yes.
Ms. Wilkins. Yes. Ms. Joseph. Yes. Mr. Harris.
Yes.
Mr. Goldsboro.
Yes.
Mr. Evans.
Yes.
Mr. Chabot.
Yes. Motion carries 7-0. Next motion, Mr. Goldsboro.
Next motion is also a roll call motion. Motion that motion 24, that the Board of School Directors adopt the proposed final general fund budget for the fiscal year July 1, 2024 to June 30th, 2025, with proposed expenditures of $86,202,633, requiring an increase of 0.3819 mils over the current millage rate, resulting in a tax increase of 1.5% for a new total millage rate of 25.8426 mils.
Second.
Motion has been moved and seconded. Any questions or comments from board members? Hearing none, Ms. Caldwell, can we have a roll call?
Mr. Cleaver.
Yes.
Ms. Wilkins. Yes. Ms. Joseph. Yes. Mr. Harris.
Yes.
Mr. Goldsboro.
Yes.
Mr. Evans.
Yes.
Mr. Chabot.
Yes. Motion carries 7-0. All right, next motion, Mr. Goldsboro. The next motion, it's not a motion, it's an election of treasurer to serve the period of July 1, 2024 to June 30th, 2025. Should we address this?
Certainly. So depending upon, there will be a call for nominations. Nominations do not need a second. The board votes, like in leadership elections, the board votes on the nominations that are received in the order that they are received. In the event there is only one nomination, after you ask for any additional nominations, you can do the motion to close nominations and the appointment of the secretary at the same way.
Okay. At this time, I would like to call for nominations for treasurer.
I nominate Danielle Fagan.
Are there any other nominations?
So it would be appropriate to have a combined motion to close nominations and appoint Danielle Fagan as treasurer for the Interboro School District from July 1, 2024 to June 30th, 2025.
Mr. Goldsboro, can you make that motion?
If you would make that, yes.
I move to close nominations and to have Ms. Danielle Fagan be elected as school board treasurer for the term from July 1st, 2024 until June 30th of 2025.
Second.
Motion has been moved and seconded. Any questions or comments from board members? Just real quick, I want to thank Ms. Fagan for accepting to do this again. I know she's not here tonight. I texted her earlier this morning. Her daughter had a recital tonight, and I told her family comes first. So that is why she's not here tonight. But I do want to thank her for her service. So, having said that, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries 7-0.
That's what you get for not being here.
Exactly. All right, is there any old business? Any new business? Pass it over to Mrs. Riley for some brief comments.
Yes, thank you. 7th and 8th grade students from the community schools, along with our high school students, will be joining our veterans to place flags on the grave sites of deceased veterans on Wednesday, May 22nd at Holy Cross Cemetery. This has become an Interboro tradition, and I am looking forward to participating in the event next week. I would like to thank Pat Quinn for organizing this event. If your child is interested in participating, please contact your school's main office for more information. I would also like to congratulate Tinicum School, Prospect Park School, Norwood School, and the Kindergarten Academy for achieving a 100% fidelity score for Tier 1 PBIS. I would like to thank each of the building's PBIS coordinators, the teams, and the teachers who serve on the committee. We are proud of these schools for their outstanding accomplishments, having achieved this 2 years in a row, and recognizing the great things the schools are doing every day to reinforce positive behavior. And finally, I would like to congratulate Miss Ford, Lisa Ford, who is our assistant principal at the high school and athletic director, as she's been recognized by the NIAAA, the National Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association, as she is now a certified athletic trainer. To earn this distinction, Lisa has demonstrated the highest level of knowledge and expertise in the field of interscholastic athletic administration. The voluntary certification process includes a thorough examination of the candidate's educational background, experience, and professional contributions, as well as a rigorous, comprehensive written exam. Lisa is now one of an elite group of interscholastic athletic administrators nationwide to attain this level of professionalism. And I just want to congratulate her. Lisa really does an outstanding job of overseeing our athletic department, and this is definitely well-deserved. So congratulations, Lisa. Thank you, and that concludes my remarks.
All right, board members, any comments? Mr. Goldsberg.
Just real quick, I want to acknowledge the 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th graders that participated in the Frozen Junior theatrical play that took place on May 2nd through May 4th. 4 sold-out shows, and it was great to see the entire auditorium filled up for three nights and 1 afternoon, and over 80 students. So I want to congratulate the participants that were in that, the cast, the crew, the directors, and all the time that they had put in for that. And it was a great community event to see everybody out here at the schools.
Thank you. Any other questions or comments from board members? All right, hearing none. Please visit the Interboro School District website at www.interboro.sd.org for further information on the meetings listed below. On Monday, June 3rd, 2024, a Finance Committee meeting with the GBO meeting immediately following will be held virtually at 7 p.m. The next work session of the Interboro Board of School Directors will be held on Monday, June 17th, 2024 at 7 p.m. The next public meeting of the Interboro Board of School Directors will be held at the Glen Olden Administration Building on Wednesday, June 19th, 2024 at 7 p.m. Meeting is adjourned.